So hello guys, karibuni sana kwa lesson yetu ya kwanza ya kinanda, na vile unavyoona hapa tuko na kinanda. Wengi wetu wanasema ni keyboard, lakini this is a piano. The keyboard is where we have the keys. So as you can see here, we are starting with a white key. It is good to notice that we have white keys and black keys. The first key to the left is a white key, and it is C. Because maybe you have heard that we have several keys in music. We have 12 of them. By the end of the lesson, you will know which keys we have and why are they 12. So we start at C. I am going to tell you why we start at C. So this is C here. And it is good also to notice that we are ending at C. So we start at C and we end at C. The reason why we start at C and end at C is because key C does not have either sharp or flat keys. We have only the major keys. So that is to mean that when we have do here for key C, we have re here, we have mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. And that is the scale of C. So that is the reason why we start at C. It is because it doesn't have either sharp or flat keys. After knowing about those keys, at least now we have seen that this is C. From C, we go to D. From D, we go to E, just the way they follow each other in alphabetically. So we have C, D, E, F, G, A. Because after G, we don't have key H. We go to A, we have A, B, and C. And the sequence will repeat itself until here we are going to find that we have C again. So at least now you can know where we have key C, where we have D, where we have E, where we have all the others. So you can see that we have just named the white keys. It is also good that we have names for the black keys. For the black keys, we are going to say if we have a black key which is to the right of a white key, this black key we are going to give it a name with regard to the white key, and it will either be a sharp or a flat of the white key. For instance, let me consider this key here. Because we have named them, we are going to know that this one is C here. So if we have this C and we have a black key which is adjacent to it to the right, it will be C sharp because it is to the right of C. But when I am here, this black key is to the left of this one, which is D, because we have C here and we have D here. So this black key is to the left of D, so it will be D flat. So this one will either be C sharp or D flat. Okay. So now, if I may name all the others, so we have C, we have C sharp or D flat, we have D, we have E flat or D sharp, because this one is to the right of D and to the left of E, so it will either D sharp or E flat. We have F, we have F sharp or G flat, we have G, we have A flat or G sharp, we have A, we have A sharp or B flat, we have B, and then we have C. So if I may repeat, we have C, we have C sharp, we have D, we have E flat, we have E, F, F sharp, G, A flat, A, B flat, B, and then we go back to C. So at least now you can play the do to do of scale C. A scale is from the do, the lowest do of a given key, to the highest do of a given key. For instance, here, this now will be the scale of C, because we have seen that this one is C and this one is C. This one is D and this one is D, so this one will give us the scale of D, all right? This one will give us the scale of E. The same way, this one will give us the scale of F. So, if for example, I may play just the simple notes for key C, do, re, mi, it will be do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. That is the scale of C. At least now you can be able to play the do-to-do notes of key C. Now, there is something I want to show you. That is called transpose. We have transpose here. Transpose is used to move one key to the other. For instance, if you are comfortable in playing key C, like now we have just played here, and we have songs are written in different keys. It is not all the time you are going to find that songs are written in C. So maybe you are going to find a song which is written in D, and you have to play it at C. So you have to make your C sound as D. What do we do? When we are at C here, you'll notice that the transpose is 0 because we don't have to move the key higher or lower. It is just the key itself. So if the song is at D, I will have to move 1 step and 2 steps. So from C to D, we have 2 steps. So that is the reason why my transpose will be 2. If, for instance, it was I am playing at C and the song is at B, from C to B, we just move to the left. So I'll have -1. So from C to B is -1. So that is how we use transpose, and you can repeat the process for all the other keys and you'll notice that it is simple. Part 3, this one I will need to write. So you'll notice that, for instance, key C, which one, the one we have played, after having C, we went to D, we went to E, we went to F, G, then we went back to A, B, then to C. So here, this is where I had Do. I had Re, Mi, Fa, So, La, Ti, and Do. This is to mean that the Re of key G, of key C is at D. The Mi of key C is at E. The Fa of key C is at F. And the process repeats itself. So when I'm playing Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Ti, Do, I am playing C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. And that is the reason why, because you will notice that here, for these keys, there is no any sharp or flat key. So from in moving from C to D, I will pass at C sharp for me to be able to reach D. So if I am going to pass C sharp, I am going to have a whole step or a whole tone. If I was to move from C to C sharp, I would have a half step, which is a semitone. So from C to D, it is a whole step. From D to E, we are passing at E flat, so I will still have a whole step. From E to F, there is no any black key in between, so it will be a half step or a semitone. From F to G, this one will be whole. You can do it for your own self. This one will be whole, this will be whole, and this will be half. So this is the basic series which every key should follow. From Do to Re, for any key we should have a whole step. From Re to Mi, for any key we should have a whole step. From Mi to Fa, we should have a half step. And this one will be used, this concept here will be very much useful in our next music class. So thank you so much. I think now you are able to name all the keys of the piano, and you are able to see this series here, or this concept here, which we are going to use for all the other keys. Because you are going to notice that, for instance, for key G, from G I will go to A, from A I will go to B, C, D, E, F, then G. But you'll notice that this F will be sharp. That is the reason why, after, as I had said, you can see here we don't have any sharp key or a flat key. But for G, I have a sharp key. We are going to see why it is sharp and why it is at F. So thank you so much. Just to remind you to subscribe to the channel so that we can be having more videos. Thank you so much.